So, in this video, I'll break down Shelby Sapp's $570,000 a month coaching business. I'll break down exactly step by step how Shelby is attracting new traffic onto her funnel, and then how she educates the traffic using free masterclass funnel, and then finally how she's able to convert the traffic and make more than $570,000 every single month. My name is Lucky, and from the last 2 years, I've been helping coaches and creators start or scale their coaching businesses. So, if you want my help, just go on to the first link in the description. But let's start with traffic because the priority order in any info or coaching business is first of all traffic. If you are struggling anywhere in the business, focus on traffic. Then, second comes the leads. So, after getting enough traffic, we will focus on maximizing the leads and then finally conversions, right? So, traffic, when it comes to traffic, Shelby is focusing purely on short form content and mainly on Instagram. So, if we take a look at her Instagram, she had a massive following of 815,000, not dollars, 815,000 followers, right? And when it comes to content on Instagram, you can only do three types of content, right? Number one is reels, number two is stories, and number three is images. First, let's break down her reels because reels is the main form of content that drives tons of traffic and actual conversions to her funnel, right? So to understand any kind of video content, we need to understand top of funnel, bottom of funnel, and middle of funnel videos. So what is top of funnel videos? Top of funnel are the videos which is purely maximized for views, right? We are not posting niche specific content, we are not posting any helpful content, we just want to get as much eyeballs as we can. So the main goal of top of funnel content is just to go viral. Then middle of funnel, the main goal here is to post niche specific content to actually show that, yeah, you know what you're talking about, right? You build your credibility, you build your authority in the market by posting middle of funnel videos. That's how you build trust. So it is maximized to build trust. Bottom of funnel, just conversion. You are posting super niche videos like 10-hour free course, 5-hour free course you guys see on YouTube, or case studies, testimonials, client results, all these type of things. So it just purely maximize for convergence, right? First, let's break down Shelby Sapp's top of funnel content. So when you look at her Instagram, every week 1 to 2 times she posts lifestyle or day in the life videos. What it does, it attracts a lot of women who wants to live the life Shelby is living, right? So that's how Shelby is going viral and get new eyeballs. And the videos can be day in the life, lifestyle, buying a car, buying a house, or expensive restaurants. You get the point, right? Now, if we talk about middle of funnel videos, it's where the actual trust and conversions happen. So, if we take a look at Shelby Sapp's middle of funnel content, you see sales tactics. So, the $1 million mirror method, which is just a sales tactic, and then sales is the highest paying industry in the world. So, you are introducing your audience to what you do, how you do it, and why it is the best way. So, you are selling them on yourself, selling them on the mechanism. And what it does, it actually positions Shelby as the high ticket sales expert when it comes to remote high ticket sales for women, especially because she's mainly selling to women and she knows what she is talking about, right? If you do not post enough videos about what you know, what's your knowledge, what's your level of experience, then how the people will know that, yeah, it is credible enough to buy from him or buy from her, right? Bottom of funnel videos, Shelby has tons and tons of client results. So he's just posting client results, case studies, and quick wins inside her coaching program. So amazing client results, tons of client results, and quick wins inside her coaching program. And what it does, it just built that feeling, hey, Shelby is actually running a legitimate coaching business, and if I buy her coaching program, I will change my life, right? She's not running any guru or scam operations. Now, second type of content on Instagram is stories. Stories, first of all, it is often overlooked by a lot of coaches and creators. And if you are overlooking stories, you are missing out on a lot of convergence. I'll break down how. So, first, Shelby is posting personal stories. What it does, it just build a deeper trust or community feeling with her audience. Now, when she is running that free masterclass, 1 to 2 days prior to the actual masterclass, she just posts tons and tons of client results to make sure that a lot of people join her masterclass, right? So you can see the student wins results inside her coaching program. There are a tons of it. And then third type of story shall be post is if anybody comment on her post or joins her masterclass, so she just repost that content. She do time to time sales Q&As and E's, and some snippets of her group calls, right? And obviously, the best stories from Shelby's Instagram got recycled onto the highlights. And highlights, you can see student wins, she sells, remote sales, Q&A, and Mozi. I don't know if it's a brand or not, but yeah. Third type, images where she's just posting her lifestyle images. She's going on vacations, cars, and just the basic lifestyle stuff. So that is how Shelby is getting tons and tons of traffic. Now let's break down how she's getting leads, interested leads, and how she's booking calls for her coaching program. To do that, Shelby is running a weekly free masterclass funnel, which is just a decorated name for webinars. First of all, why she is running that, right? Why Shelby had a huge audience on Instagram, she getting tons and tons of engagement. Why she even host a weekly masterclass? Number one, reels take too long to build trust. If you know anything about internet marketing, you know that there is a minimum amount of content that your audience needs to consume if they want to buy from you, right? So you can post 30-second reels and your audience can watch 100 reels for 30 seconds, or they can watch a 60-minute masterclass or two 30-minute YouTube videos, right? YouTube videos are also a great way, but Shelby is not doing that. So instead of YouTube videos, Shelby is doing weekly free masterclass. And what it does, it nurtures new people onto her funnel. So every week the videos go viral. Shelby gets new people onto her funnel, and then the new people got nurtured and educated on what Shelby does, what is high ticket sales, why is the best way to make money through her free masterclass. Then she explained the offer, the actual mechanism, because we need to sell them on the mechanism. If they do not believe that high ticket sales is the go to way to their dream life, they will not buy it. It's the truth, right? And handling their common objections, upfront value to build trust, and then low stakes because it's a free masterclass after all, so very low stakes. Now, how shall we get people onto her masterclass? First, Instagram. She posts tons of content on Instagram, and every piece of content end with the call to action to join. Comment the word XYZ, comment the word sales or masterclass or anything like that. And if they commented, they will enter a many chat automation and they will receive a message like this, and they can book their spot onto Shelby's free masterclass. Second thing is story sequences. So one day before, 2 days before, 12 hours before, Shelby post story sequences about her free masterclass to maximize the people in the webinar. Third thing, her link in bio, obviously, which is super important if you are running a webinar funnel. And third thing, her email list. So if you opted in for her stuff, maybe her VSL or maybe something like that, you will receive tons of email about her masterclass. Maybe you are her old leads or new subscribers, so you will receive tons of emails about her masterclass, right? So all the traffic go on to this landing page, which is super simple. And if you are running a webinar funnel, you do not need a complex landing page at all. So if you take a look at her landing page, timer, call to action, another call to action, super simple headline, and then talking about the dream outcome, breaking down the industry that allows the ladies and I to work from anywhere, which is the dream outcome. And that's why they need to attend the webinar, right? Then this section is to create a FOMO that if they do not join this masterclass, they will miss out on these things. Third section is obviously qualification and repeating pain points. So if you take a look at these points, are you sick and tired of their 9 to 5 job? Want to earn a living without a degree or a corporate job? Be part of a community or work anywhere from the world? These are just the desires, deep desires and pain points of her audience, and she knows it really well. Okay, below that, there is a section where Shelby introduces herself, a little story about her, and then another call to action. So, this is a super simple landing page. And then starts the pre webinar flow. So, once you book in for her webinar, she starts a pre webinar flow. So, first you will redirect it to a thank you page. And on thank you page, there's a little video where Shelby is talking about, hey, why you need to join via laptop, take notes, come with questions, just the basic webinar guys all do. And then next, check up your inbox. The main goal of the thank you page is just to make sure that people book time for the webinar in their calendars and confirm the time in their calendars. So that is why thank you page is super important. It will bump up your show up rates by 20-30% if you do not have one. Then you will receive tons of email and text reminders. So first reminder will be 24 hours before, 12 hours before, then 6 hours before, 4 hours before, 1 hour before, and on the start of the webinar. So on the start of the webinar and 5 minutes after the start of the webinar, Shelby send you two email just to maximize her show up rates, right? And alongside the email and text reminders, Shelby also post stories and maybe some automation to DM people who asked for her masterclass link, right? So that's pre-webinar flow. Now people get on the webinar, and on the webinar Shelby is selling a call funnel. Shelby, like, it's a 2-hour webinar. For the first 90 minutes she's just explaining basic stuff about what high ticket sales is, what's the path they need to go through, what's the longer path, like without she sells, and what's the actual path if they buy her coaching program. And then after that she just bump out a tons of results and call to action to book a advisor call. So it's a 2-hour weekly webinar call, and they frame the actual closing call, sales call, as an advisor call, which is a great way because I think sales call sounds too boring, right? And then how they book the advisor call, they will receive a link to the tie form onto the webinar chat, and the tie form have some qualifications about their finances, about their current situation and all. Then you will receive the calendar page where you can actually book the time, and then the confirmation. So this is the actual webinar funnel, which is super easy and making Shelby $570,000 every single month. But there is also a secret opt-in funnel that Shelby is running for the people who cannot join his webinar, or you can say an evergreen funnel. So let's also take a look at her evergreen opt-in funnel. So whenever Shelby runs his free masterclass funnel, 1 to 2 days prior, she posts a story sequence just like that. So let's break it down. The hook is, I see you guys all asking about what kind of sales are you in, what exactly do you do, or sales rep do, how do you travel while working. This is the hook. And after reading the hook, they will enter the story or the explanation where Shelby is explaining what high ticket sales is and why it's important for them. So it's as will high ticket sale, blah, 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 blah. And then the call to action, which is the main thing. So if you cannot attend the webinar, you can just watch this 15-minute video, which will redirect it to an opt-in page where they will collect your email, they'll collect your name and your number. First you will be entered into their CRM, so they will send you regular emails. And then here's the actual VSL funnel. It's a 15-minute VSL, super simple VSL. She just explain what high ticket sales is and why she sales is the best option if you are looking to get into high ticket sales as a woman, right? So for women who are ready to take control of their income and their hours, which is the dream outcome that her audience looking for, super simple headline, and then qualification questions. And here are some questions that I love in her qualification process. So what's your biggest motivation for wanting to learn remote high ticket sales? So obviously this is an expensive program, more than $5,000. So this is the evergreen opt-in funnel. And that's it about Shelby Sapp's 570K a month coaching funnel, coaching business, which is super simple. And if you are looking to start scale your coaching business, if you are a coach or creator and want to start or scale your coaching business, you can just go on to the first link in the description and book a call directly with me. Thanks for watching.